Hey George Harrison, I think you better pray for your sweet Lord to come down and save us from this mess. Hello and welcome to another video, and today I'm doing a trailer reaction for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which is coming out in November. What on earth possessed them to make this? It sounded like a bad idea from the start. The character doesn't look like Sonic. It's just a disaster. It's a disaster waiting to happen. And it's a disaster that is happening because it's on the way. It's coming in November to a cinema near you and a cinema probably not so near you. And finally a trailer's come out. And the problem with Sonic last time, as I mentioned on my last video, was that, as I said, he looks nothing like Sonic. He's got Adidas trainers, or is it Adidas trainers? Your methods may vary. But they're not his sort of conventional red shoes that he normally comes with. So I can only presume this is some stupid product placement that the Paramount Pictures decided would be more important to the film than just getting the basic facts right. So what we have here, I'm watching the trailer. I can't play it to you because copyright claims and all that palaver. I'm quite sure Paramount Pictures have enough money of their own. So the trailer starts with Sonic whipping by at a blur past James Marsden, who's a cop. He also played Cyclops in the X-Men films. I actually like the X-Men films, but this just looks... this is not... well, it's not an X-Men film. Nice little touch at the start when you watch the trailer. I'll have a link to the trailer in the video description below. A nice little start to the trailer that instead of Paramount Pictures, where they have the mountains at the start of the little logo, the mountains, that's like an air I drew. Instead of the circle of stars, they're meant to be the stars from the American flag, I have no idea. But then you've got Sonic's rings instead. Then we have the Sega logo, and then we've got some racing through the forest just to indicate that Sonic is fast. Who knew? Then it shows him landing on something and waking them up. And then he seems to... I'm not sure whether he seems to start a car, then he starts a ghetto blaster, because Sonic always has a ghetto blaster, doesn't he? But then he's on a track about ready to start racing on a surprisingly empty road as well. Then there's a power surge in the world. Everything is just completely knocked out, apparently across the entire Pacific Northwest. Based on the trailer, it actually looks like the entire world has been knocked out, but anyway. Who's the man to sort it? It's Dr. Robotnik. Now, Dr. Robotnik is played by Jim Carrey. Now, I like Jim Carrey. He's a funny guy. The Mask is a brilliant film. It came out a while ago. Lie is a brilliant film. If you didn't see Dark Crimes that came out last year, that is not a funny film because it's meant to be a drama. And he played a Polish detective. Absolutely bloody brilliant. Wonderful film. One of my favourite films of last year. So we see him in a bit of a comedy role making the army captain a laughing stock. Or is he a major? Captain Major, who knows? And then we have the meeting about almost halfway through the trailer between James Marsden and Sonic. Sonic gets shot in the head with shot in the leg rather, with a tranquilizer dart, probably the best thing for him. Then they're being chased by Dr. Robotnik. Sonic rushes into him, knocks him over, just makes an absolute mess. That section of road is going to need re-tarmacking, that's for sure. But it's okay because he's going to save the planet by doing so. But knocking his car out doesn't stop him from progressing after Sonic. It's from the producer of The Fast and the Furious. Well, that tells us nothing really, because anyone in Hollywood can make a good film, they can make a crap film. I wonder which one this will turn out to be. It says every hero has a genesis. Well, genesis is a word for beginning. Genesis is also what the Sega Mega Drive was called in America, so that's where the Genesis comes from. Then we have Sonic up against Dr. Robotnik in the centre of San Francisco. I'm pretty sure it's San Francisco. I'm sure they said SFPD. And he's just managed to make a whole load of rockets stop in midair, and he's knocking them down one by one. Or deactivating them one by one, who knows. You're doing something anyway, and they just sort of stay hovered in midair. One thing I realised I missed out is that when they introduced Dr. Robotnik, someone says to the Major / Captain, whichever he is, that Dr. Robotnik thinks he is basic. So that sounds a bit of a disability slur there, I'm quite sure. So apart from Dr. Robotnik wanting to damage the world and kill the world, I'm quite sure they can get him on a hate crime as well. And then the trailer seems to end with Sonic in James Marsden's bag, and everyone thinks, have you got a baby trapped in there? It says, no, I mean yes, it's a child, but it's not mine. Someone says, it's not your child. So that makes it sound like he's a kidnapper of children. It gets better and better, doesn't it? And then we see Dr. Robotnik finally with a bald head, as we normally expect him in the games. Now, this looks disastrous. It comes out in November around the world. It cost $90 million to make. Now, why they bother with this when they could make another game, a decent game, I don't know. $90 million, I don't know how much it costs to make a Sonic the Hedgehog game. I'm quite sure it doesn't cost $90 million. I looked up, for example, one of the biggest hits in, well, this year, or was it last year? One of the biggest hits was, well, it was meant to be the year before, but then it got delayed. One of the biggest recent hits is Red Dead Redemption 2. That cost almost $650 million to make. Okay, we're not going to go, that far. That's sort of probably stretching into the territory for all the Avatar sequels. That's probably what will get spent on those. But $90 million to make this, I'm quite sure, especially given that video games recoup more money than, or have more money coming in of revenue than films, doesn't it make sense to stop trying to make a video game into a film and make a video game? It's a no-brainer. Unfortunately, someone at Paramount Pictures thought it was a no-brainer to make this film, and it's clearly them who were the no-brainer. Paramount Pictures, this is bollocks. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Please like this video. You don't have to like the trailer, but even the film, as long as you like this video, I'll be happy with that. Please share it with your friends and subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the little bell to get all the notifications. And cue... I was going to say cue Mega Drive, but as always, like with Sonic, cue Genesis.